So I was just watching something on YouTube there about a bunch of guys sitting around talking about cafe racers. This isn't a cafe racer. This is just a regular old 883 Sportster. But got me to thinking. They were talking about old bikes and this and that and the other thing. Reminded me of a guy I used to know, good friend of mine. He's been dead for, probably 12 years now, 10, 11, 12 years, something like that. But he was born in late 20s, I think 28, 29, 30, somewhere around there. And I didn't know him then. We had a chance to work together for on and off for a little bit over the years. He'd come in and help out in the shop. Big into bike building, always been into bikes. I've discussed him before. He came back from Korea in 1952 after the war and basically rode all over the country on a K model Sportster, working as a bike mechanic, worked all over, worked his way across the country pretty much. And he'd stay in certain areas, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, good engine builder. He had a 79 Sportster. Actually had a lot of bikes, but had a 79 Sportster, which if you know anything about those, that's Ironhead. 79 through 81 are kind of bastard gears because the frame was goofy. This was before they came out with the same kind of frame they used from like 82 up to 03, pretty much. But he had taken this 79, and I won't call it a cafe racer really, but he had upgraded it quite a bit, changed the wheels out, changed the suspension, beefed up the swing arm, changed the front forks out, and it wasn't a stock 1000cc Ironhead. He had used Trock big bore barrels, which are the 3 7/16 cylinders, on there with a 4.5-inch stroke, so that makes it like 83-inch or something like that, with cams, carb, all that. But he wasn't running drag pipes on there. He had made a 2-into-1 pipe for that bike that was kind of high pipe, came up the side here, right about just pretty much like a mid pipe, like right along this angle of the oil tank here, straight back. Really good running bike. We went to riding one time. I think I was riding a shop Buell. It's not nothing special, just like an S1. I think it was an S1. White Lightning, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the white bike. But we went out riding, and that S1 is pretty stout for a Sportster-based engine. But we go out riding, and he could just pull away from me on the straightaway. I mean, just tucked down and going. And I'd be looking around like, damn, that freaking Ironhead's cooking. But ran it like that for a long time. It was a good looking bike. Like I said, it wasn't your classic cafe racer type of thing, but the intent was there. The overall fit and finish of the bike was, it's a good looking bike. Wasn't bad looking, but like I said, you wouldn't call it a classic cafe racer type of thing. But the intent was there with the suspension and the power upgrades and all that. And he lightened it quite a bit, made a lot of frame modifications to it, and swapped out a lot of stuff for lighter parts. Just, really nice bike. I wish I had pictures of it, but that's, you figure that was late 80s when we were riding around on that. And he had FXR that was, man, FXR was stout. I mean, really freaking stout. It was like 86, 85, 86, 87, somewhere in there. I want to say it was an 85 FXRS, but it could have been an 86 or an 87. But I'm pretty sure it was an 85. Same kind of thing. Stout running FXR, jacked up in the ass end a little bit. Some suspension work up front. Still using Harley forks, but it swapped out from the 35 millimeters to the 39 millimeters, and swapped damping tubes in it and springs and all that in the front end. So it actually handled good for an FXR's handled good anyway, but it handled a damn sight better than a stock one. Anyway, that brings me to the Sportster over there, the other one, the 1200. I think we're going to go and convert that over to cafe racer thing. So we can actually ride it around. I've already cut the fender struts off the back there because they were all bent up anyway, cocked to the right where that thing been racked. And I got a front end I could swap onto there. But, you know, we'll see. I still don't know. I'm so indecisive, man. You have all these ideas in your head that you're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and you're going to do that, and things just, they go a certain way, or you change your, you know, like a kid in the candy store. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. So, you know, it goes, that's the way it goes. But I like to have a bike that handles. The problem with these things in stock trim, Sportsters handle for crap. The suspension sucks. Front suspension sucks. The shocks suck. You can make major improvements just by swapping out shocks. You know, it's like this. I come from a road racing background. Guys always want they want more power. They want more power. They want more power. Well, you know, on a closed course or even on an open road, you know, you can take a bike that's got all the power in the world, and if it can't get it to the ground, somebody on a slower bike's gonna whoop your butt in a hurry. So these things do good with a couple of simple things: swapping the fork oil out to 20-weight fork oil, putting some springs in there, changing the damper tubes helps down in the bottom, or using like Race Tech cartridge emulators work good. They make the adjustable preload fork caps, which are nice as far as handling goes. But I just wanted to bring that up. Tribute to my buddy Glenn. Hell of a guy, hell of a mechanic. Miss him a lot. Fun guy, man. We had, well, I'll do that in another one. Well, I might as well go ahead and do it. We had judged the bike show, and man, I don't remember, maybe 97, 98, somewhere in there. And this is at the dealership I worked at. They had a bike show, and they asked me and Glenn and somebody else to do the bike show. I think Guy from Hog or whoever it was, to judge the bike show. You know, so we judged the bike show, and you know, you got different categories. You got best Sportster, best bagger, best softail, best antique, best this, best that, best the other thing, best in show. And that's where we got to. We got the best in show, and there was a guy there with late 60s Harley Davidson CRTT, which is like road race version of a 250 Sprint. Very, very rare. Very rare. Most people have never seen one. So, and this was the original one with the magnesium components on it. And I don't remember what year it was, but it was the year that they actually revved to 10,500 RPM, which out of a little push rod single, that's a lot of RPM. But anyway, we all liked the bike because it was nice, and the guy was still racing it in vintage a little bit. Here and there, going around the country, you know, going to Mid-Ohio or going to Roebling Road down in Georgia or where a vintage or wherever they're doing vintage stuff. He was going all over the place. So we judged that bike as the best in show because it was really the best in show. You know, you see so many bikes that are, everybody does the same thing. You know, it's, oh, I got a black fat boy. Yeah, so do the other 50 guys out here, all with the same shit done to them. You got a black fat boy with a little bit of chrome on it and an exhaust system. And it's different than those other 49 out there, Hal. It's not. They'll look pretty much the same. So this bike was most original out of all of it, and that's why we gave it best in show. You would have thought we were holding Willie G. Handsome. Willie G. for ransom. The way those people reacted when we announced that as best in show. It was like it was some kind of sacrilege because it was an Aramacci Harley Davidson instead of regular whatever. You know, it's just people don't know, man. You know, they don't know. And you can sit there and explain it to them and they're just going to look at you like you're freaking stupid. But anyway, that's enough about that. I'm just out here killing time. Thought I'd make a little video on that on my friend Glenn while I was thinking about him today and riding around tearing the damn roads up. And he was already an old man doing that. Well, I say he was old. He was born around 1930. You know, he was around 60, right around 60 years old, or close to where I am now. So I guess we're about the same age now. Guess it's time for me to finish that bike up over there and go tear the damn roads up, like he. And when I say he'd ride, he wasn't pussyfooting around. He's on the hammer. You know, no chicken strips on them tires. And just go and go and go. God rest his soul. All right, you guys, thanks for letting me put that out there. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Has a great work week coming up. I know it sucks work, right? But y'all take care. If you're a new subscriber, I appreciate it. Old subscriber, I appreciate it. Everybody take care. And thanks for watching.